Hi, everybody, and welcome to my series of Is It Time for a Detox videos. In this first video, I would like to explain a little bit why we should detox, or basically answer your questions in regards to is it time for a cleanse and why should I cleanse? I get this asked a lot by people who say, oh, do you know, I don't drink much alcohol, I don't smoke, I don't need a cleanse. And quite often it's when I get into a conversation about this, their opinion about a cleanse changes because of everything that's going on and the reasons why you should do a cleanse. But first of all, let me answer that question. Is it time for a cleanse? Well, there is no such thing as the right time or the perfect time, because the perfect time is never there. There's always something going on. Life is always happening, but you just have to find the time. And I just think, for me personally, my favorite times are for a cleanse are usually the beginning of the new year, after all the Christmas parties, all the consumption of booze and eating all these foods and maybe lack of physical activity. So I would say personally, for me, it's January, beginning of January, and ideally in spring again, or maybe even after the summer holidays. So twice a year is an ideal situation. So if you can do a cleanse twice a year, that's perfect. Some people go even a bit further, and that's a completely different story when we talk about fasting to help your body to detox in a different way, but that's a completely different story. What we're going to talk about here is anything that has to do with detox or a cleanse. So I am running my 14-day cleanse program in January, and I'm inviting you to join myself and hopefully a lot of other people, and because I believe it's a lot more fun doing it in a group rather than doing it on your own. I tried to do it on my own in the past and it just didn't really work. I kind of fell off the wagon and it was really hard to get back, and because nobody knew I was doing the cleanse, I just gave up and I just said, oh, it's fine. I'll do it another time. And so time goes by and nothing happens and your body is still full of toxins. So if you ask me, is it time for a cleanse? Then let me ask you back. How do you feel? Honestly answer that question to yourself. How do you feel? And maybe you should ask yourself the following questions. Do you get bloated after eating? Do you tend to gain weight, especially around your belly area? Do you have some extra pounds or belly fat that won't come off no matter how hard you diet or exercise? Do you experience headaches more than normal? Like, do you have extraordinary headaches or even migraines that you never used to have? Do you feel gassy or just have a lot of discomfort in your belly area? Do you tend to feel lethargic during the day? Or something that I experienced in the past a lot, do you have cravings for sugar and starchy foods? So sometimes I had real attacks, and I would just, and then I could, like, at 11 o'clock at night, I could just boil a pot of pasta and just literally jump into that pasta pot, and crazy. I mean, it's really bad. Or sugar cravings, like chocolate was my downfall, for example. Then ask yourself as well, do you experience mood swings or even anxiety? Or do you feel depressed, most of the time? Do you have difficulty focusing or experiencing brain fog, which is quite common, especially during the day, like in the afternoon, when you have your blood sugar crash and then you would just eat absolutely anything that is near you, which was in my case quite often chocolate or biscuits, right? So one of the other questions you could maybe answer is, do you have allergies or hay fever? Do you get the cold very often? Do you feel sick very often? Perhaps you might experience pain in your body, muscle muscle aches or stiffness in your joints, or general stiffness, so neck, or just the whole body? Do you feel addicted to foods that you shouldn't be eating, and you just can't help yourself and can't stop? And do you feel anxious, upset, or nervous, or just really irritated a lot of times? So these are all the questions I want you to ask yourself. And if you can answer them with yes, some of them, of course, they don't need to be all of them, but these are just what I just listed are symptoms that are related to a lot of toxins in your body. And just by doing a cleanse, even if it's just for 2 weeks, can make such a massive difference. It did to me. I never used to believe in cleanses before I became a health coach. I never ever did a cleanse. I think I made an attempt on a 1-week juice fasting, which was an absolute disaster. But once I understood what's going on in our bodies and what's happening, and all the toxins and all the toxic waste that is sitting in our fat cells and gets released into our bloodstream, that's what caught my attention. And that's where I thought, oh my goodness, I better start looking into that, and I better start doing something about this, because I was feeling lethargic. I had a foggy brain most of the time. I wasn't sleeping well. I was tired. I had chronic fatigue most of the time. I was irritable. I had mood swings. It was really, really bad, and I couldn't explain why. So these are just a few symptoms, and if you can answer them with yes, then that's definitely a sign for you to think about a detox. So as I said, I'm offering this 40-day cleanse, which is a group coaching journey. So there's proper coaching involved in that, with daily motivational videos, with live coaching, with live sessions in the private Facebook group. And I will let you know nearer the time, next few days actually, or just keep an eye on my website, keep an eye on my Facebook page, Rise to Health Coaching on Facebook, and risetohealthcoaching.com, where I will post all the dates of when I run the cleanse. And I'm planning to run the cleanse 3 or 4 times a year. But January, trust me, is one of the best times to start a cleanse, because you're more motivated, not just because you probably have made some New Year's resolution to drink less or to eat healthier or do more sports or exercise, just like we do every year. That's not going to work. But starting with a cleanse can change your whole perspective, your outlook on life and health. And once you notice a difference in your body, once you realize how much more energy you have and what it actually does to you, you don't want to go back to your old lifestyle, to your old way of living. So this is the best way. And this is how I started my journey, by doing this cleanse and just realizing how different I felt and how much more energy I had. I was bouncing off the walls, literally. And I did actually lose in 2 weeks. I am not joking. I lost belly fat enough to fit into my old nice trousers that I couldn't fit anymore, that was a size smaller, and I fit into my trousers again, and I was over the moon when I'm talking about my skinny jeans. So even if you don't want to lose weight, this is not about weight loss. This is about getting rid of the toxins in your fat cells. And losing weight is just a natural side effect, a very positive side effect, because the body gets rid of these fat cells that carry all the toxins. Okay, so with this, I'm going to end this first video. Please feel free to watch the second video whenever it's available. And if you have any questions, if you require further information about my program, check it out on my website, on the services, under risetohealthcoaching.com. You can contact me if you have any further questions, if there's something unclear, if you have any medical issues and you're not sure if a cleanse is for you, just let me know. Ping me an email or contact me on Messenger, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. All right. Thank you so much, and I shall see you in video number 2. Speak to you soon. Bye now.